Imagine this scene. It's 5 in the morning, the alarm goes off, you wake up, but it feels like the whole world is against you. The famous 5 a.m. club, the gurus telling you that if you don't wake up early, you're lazy, and those photos on social media of people showing off their steaming cup of coffee at 5:01 with the caption, "While you sleep, I'm building my future." But let me tell you something, that's a myth. Yes, waking up early may work for some people, but it's not the only formula, because what really matters is not what time you wake up, but how you wake up. It's not about the clock on the wall, it's about the energy you choose the moment you open your eyes. Today, I'm not here to give you magical formulas or impossible routines. I'm here to show you how to fire up your body and mind in the exact moment you wake up, so that whether you get up at 7, 8, or even 10, your day starts with the strength of a champion. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear can free you from years of guilt for not being an early riser, and at the same time, give you the power to have incredible mornings, even if you hate waking up early. We live in a culture that glorifies early rising. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. If you wake up late, life passes you by. And of course, when we hear that from childhood, we grow up believing that if we don't wake up early, we're doomed to fail. But boss, where does this idea really come from? In agricultural societies, waking up early was synonymous with productivity. The sun came up, and with it, work in the fields began. Those who woke up late lost precious daylight hours. And that belief carried over into today, even though our lives no longer revolve around farms, but around screens, offices, and cities lit up 24/7. The problem isn't the phrase itself. The problem is how we interpret it today. Because the truth is, every person has a chronotype. Some perform better in the morning, others at night. Albert Einstein worked late into the night. Winston Churchill ran the British Empire, waking up at 11 a.m. And I ask you, would anyone dare say they weren't productive, creative, or successful? Here's the point. There is no magic hour. There are people who wake up early and perform amazingly, and there are people who wake up early and are still tired, grumpy, and unfocused. What matters is not the clock. It's the intention. It's how you program your mental and physical energy in the instant you wake up. Think about this. What good is waking up at 5 a.m. if you spend the next 2 hours half asleep, scrolling aimlessly on your phone? On the other hand, you could wake up at 8, fire up your body in 5 minutes, and have an explosive, productive morning. It's not about waking up early. It's about waking up awake. Here's the key. Your first 5 minutes in the morning are like your computer's operating system. Whatever loads at the start determines how the rest of the system runs. If the first thing you do is grab your phone, open Instagram, or check emails, your brain starts in autopilot mode. You go reactive, responding to what others demand from you. But if you use those minutes to activate energy and purpose, everything changes. You literally reprogram your day. Science backs this up. Your cortisol levels, the hormone that regulates energy, spike when you wake up. You can use it or waste it. Sunlight entering your eyes resets your biological clock and wakes up your body. Your first thoughts trigger either dopamine or stress, depending on what you choose to focus on. Think about your morning today. What was the very first thing you did? Grab your phone, complain, hit snooze. That was your startup program. Now imagine instead your startup was direct light into your eyes, a glass of cold water, 30 seconds of physical movement, a motivating phrase in your mind. Change those 5 minutes and you change your 24 hours. Now I want to speak to you directly, because I know maybe you've carried that guilt. The guilt of not being disciplined, the guilt of not waking up early, the guilt of feeling like you're already behind because others are working while you're just opening your eyes. But listen to me carefully. That guilt is a lie.